if I didn't have a studio, it would be a totally different band. The songs are written here, the songs are recorded here, production is done here. I mean, it would just be 100% different. It wouldn't be anything. It would be a totally different band. It would have to be a totally different band just because of the way that we work. So what we're doing today is we're recording our live set that we're going to play at a couple of upcoming shows that we only play maybe 5 shows a year. So we're going to record our set live to accompany the shows that we're playing.
While we were hanging out in my car on your front yard, your mom's mom came and pulled you out. If I saw you, I hope you recall that. 'Cause I recall when I took you to meet my friends. I was younger and dumber back when. I sorta told you that they didn't like you, but the truth was that I didn't like you, like you.
This is my setup. It's a 50-watt tube head, and we're micing it with a Royer ribbon mic. Nice warm sound. This is John's setup. It's a Marshall with vintage 30s and an Ampeg Flextown. I think that's what it is. Portaflex. It's like a flip top bass head thing. It's like the top of this here, where this head actually flips over and goes inside to the cabinet. So when you wheel it around, the head's not on top; it's inside. It's pretty neat. And then this is Dave Dom's stuff. We're not using his actual bass rig. We're just using the Avalon DI. And basically, he just plugs DI's direct injection. So you just direct input. Actually, what does that stand for?
Direct input. Right?
Yeah, direct injection. I thought it stood for.
Injection.
Direct. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I run a studio. No, so he's just using the Avalon. So you plug into that, and it just goes straight into the recorder. And then down I'm using the Bassman 50. It's got 2 big 15-inch speakers. And then we're all monitoring through this thing here, which is this Furman Jam. Each instrument has a knob. So if you want more guitar, you turn this one up, and each one of us has one. There's 4 stations around the room. So this is a Black Cat custom drum set that we just got made for us that Dave Dunn's using. It's got a 1940s Slingerland snare drum, single ply, which just means it's not a bunch of layers glued together. It's like a single piece of wood that they bend. It's like a 1/4 inch. It's pretty cool. And then he's got a couple cymbals that he's bringing as well. 2 big ride crashed things. And that's basically it. We're micing everything just like we would in a normal, more or less like we would in a normal recording session, except for it's all happening at the same time in the same room, which is kind of a rarity. So John left, and then Evan replaced him. So then Evan played with us for 6 months, and then we decided not to tour anymore, so then John came back and replaced Evan. And then John got a tumor, and he had to leave, and then Evan came back. And that's just one guitar player, and that's from starting at our second guitar player. So Phil was our second guitar player even. And there isn't always like a linear, he came, he left, or this guy replaced this guy, and then this guy replaced this guy. Sometimes it just kind of flows. Like you'll come in for a little bit of time, and then if you can't do it, someone will replace you. Downham and Dunn, I think, came in at the same time. That's the new drummer and the guitar player. And Dave Dom he's actually the 3rd bass player. Well, he's probably the 4th bass player. I don't know what he is. What is he? I was the bass player. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, Dave, Dom, and I have been static for 4 or 5 years, but everybody else just kind of comes and goes. So there aren't like decided incarnations, because sometimes everybody will be the same except for one person, and then sometimes everyone will be different except for me and Dave. So, what incarnation is this?
Oh, I was in and I was out and I was in and I was out. I think I'm the
Very sexual.
87th guitar player, and then I wasn't the 88th and 89th guitar player. Now I'm the 90th guitar player. So that's the kind of succession.
Himself as a puzzle piece.
More like a limb. Like maybe I'm a leg, and then Dave Dunn's another leg. John's an arm.
Yes.
Dave Down's another arm, and then this is Steve right here. And then together we are up, up, down, down. Left, right, left, right.
Or like Voltron.
You didn't let him do
And I form the head.
It's totally, it's not, well, I guess being in the up down experience is not necessarily the hired gun kind of thing, but I guess, you know, you ultimately have to hire hired gun, so it's ultimately you show up and try to defy him as much as possible while getting done the maximum amount of work that you can get done,
Sponsor that they're big and old. Bet they're now camping out on the road, where I can see them drive down the shore with the surfboard.
We had to deal with the record label. We owed them an EP. We had to release an EP with that record, with that company to fulfill our contract. So we wanted to get something out. You know, you finish recording on January 1st. You give the album to the label. It takes them 3 months to press it and for the distribution to do all the promotional stuff. So if it takes you 6 months to write songs and then you record them, get it to the record label, and then it takes them 3 months to release it, you're talking about 9 months from when you start, you know, writing songs until it gets released. And it can be way, way longer than that. So the idea was write songs as we go, record them on Monday, release them on Friday. And that was the idea. I was like, let's do a quick turnaround type of situation where whatever you come up with, finish it, make people aware that it's there, and let people get a hold of it. So that's the kind of what the internet did. It cut out all of the crap after recording. Once it was recorded and mixed, it was done. We could release it. So that's basically what we did. The reason that I like that is because if you're not going to be a touring band, there's no real way to get people, there's not really a way for people to hear your music other than to go to a show and see you live. So the idea was you put it on the internet, you tell people it's free, they can come and listen to it as much as they want to, they can download it, they can share it with their friends, they can tell everybody about it. And it kind of was like a much easier way to be a band and for people to hear your music and not have to tour. So that's why we did it, basically, to not have to go out, record, release an album on CD, and then go out and drive around for 6 months and blow all our money and ruin our lives.
Here we go.
Yeah, wish that you had told me you had an appointment with your doctor at 4 a.m. So it's safe to assume you leapt out of my room window for some important obligation, not 'cause you're weird. Yeah.
So this last EP, the Girls Names EP, was one of those things where we spent all of our time writing and didn't worry about anything else. Just said, let's write some awesome songs that we're really, really happy with, and not have any plans with shows or plans with recording or anything. Let's just write songs. And then that's kind of where the band is now. That's all we're doing. We're just trying to write songs that we are really, really proud of. And then the idea is, if somebody wants to hear them, we put them on the internet. It's totally easy to get them. So if you don't want to hear them, we're not out there killing ourselves wasting money on the tour. We're just staying at home writing songs. So that's really what it is. It's just about playing music.
How do you drink like that? Show me how does that happen?
Wait, I guess I'm the right side. Steve calls me right bite. Because when I bite with the right side of my mouth. So.
This is like by far, this is by far the most intensive.
I think this is called the right bite. This is the right way to bite. That's what I say. But.
We like never play the songs as many times. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like never, like not recording, nothing.
You know what I mean? Because the songs, the Internet EP has songs that are like really stripped down. It's just like guitar, 2 guitars and vocals and like some crazy loop stuff. Whereas that song played live with the band has drums and it has bass and it has 3 guitars and it just has a single vocal. So I mean, that's the versions of the songs are really different. Some of the songs, but they're still essentially the same song. So that's kind of what I thought it would. It's really cool to see that live if you know the songs, but I thought it'd be even cooler to have it on a CD. So that's the main reason, is for people to get to hear our set in a studio, a studio recording of our live set, because it's, you get crappy live board mixes and stuff from bands. We want it to be way better than that. Plus we can do multiple takes of the songs to make sure that we really get the performance and convey what we want the song to convey to the people that are listening to it. But we're going to try to kind of be pure about it. We're not going to do any overdubbing. No, we're not going to overlay anything. The vocals are going to be done live with the drums right in the room. We're not going to baffle any of the amps. Nothing's going to be separated. It's going to be pretty pure as far as that's concerned.